954, the voice of truth, the official radio station of the Church of Christ, or Iglesia ni Cristo.
Hello to all of our viewers and listeners out there. You are watching INCRadio, Sacramento.
Whenever we need him, he's always there. There's no one else who does what he can do. Each time we seek him, oh, he always cares. Don't ever fear, he's just a prayer away.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to all of the listeners on INCRadio Sacramento. We're here today in the District of Northeast California, the local congregation of in the middle of the Northeast California CADCon, which is our Kadiwa conference, and we are live in the midst of all of this event that's happening today. But before we get started on what's happening behind us, just want to introduce another one of our guests and, of course, our co-hosts.
It's me, Ron.
You know
who it is. It's your favorite tag team.
So in our month-long theme of screen-free activities that you can do with friends and family, on top of all of that, another thing that you can do with them is attend these CFO Christian Family Organization activities, which includes our CADCon that's happening behind us in Sacramento compound.
CADCon.
So definitely, if you are in the area of Sacramento, stop by. There's lots of activities and lots of things happening. Get to know the brethren in the Kadiwa in our district and make new friends.
That's what Kadiwa is really about making new friends.
Yeah.
And then eventually,
and then
there you go.
eventually lifelong friends. And then the best of friends. And then perhaps more than friends. But that is a different
That's
topic.
for when I'm in charge of the show.
That is what is in charge of the show. For the viewers and listeners that don't know, Kadiwa are the brethren in the Iglesia ni Cristo that are ages 18 years of age or older, unmarried. So all of those that are Kadiwa, not yet Buklud, which are the married brethren of the church.
Yeah.
Which is what Ron runs.
I am.
But
Shout out Judy and Theo.
Yay.
Theo's the baby.
Yes. So getting into our screen-free activity topic of the day. So last week we did painting with friends, where Ron and I painted a picture, and our pictures together made a scene. So,
Yes, they did.
Kadiwa president.
There's Brother Carl right there. Say hi.
Yes. Hello.
There he is.
The wonderful
The man himself.
From the district.
Welcome to our activity.
There it is. There's CADCon. We might pull you again later.
We'll talk to you later. So again, the screen for activity. So we did painting last week. This week, we are talking about learning new things and learning activities to do with your friends. So today, thank goodness that you're here. Because we are learning about crochet and
okay.
which is a craft that is used with a needle and a yarn, sometimes that. Sorry, let me get my thing.
Are you gonna teach it right now?
I am gonna try to show what my grandmother used to make.
Shout out Lola's out there.
Yes. So my grandma used to crochet a lot of these blankets for when I used to have baby dolls, and she would make like this. So this is one of my first ones. See how well I take care of it? It's still like new. So
don't say how many years. Yeah, we don't want to date. We don't want to date ourselves.
So crocheting is really, really fun, and it's a very calming activity to do because you literally just need the crochet needle, which is something like this.
It's
something
like kind of.
this.
Oh, there's like a hook at the end.
Yes, to hold on to the yarn, and then a yarn, which I like here, or here, sorry, this one.
The spool. Is
Yes.
that called a spool?
It's a spool if you like rotate it into like a ball, but this is just like a little. Yarn.
It's just loose yarn.
I
Okay.
am not as good as my grandmother because obviously the size difference thing in this is very like I'm literally relearning it without.
Okay.
I forgot to ask her to teach me. So what I think is really good about learning new things with friends is that you can build your friendship while also building something together.
Mm? Yes.
Yeah. So learning different activities like yarn, crocheting, and knitting. I think I'm better with knitting.
Okay.
I do those things with my family, and I also read books with my family. But now I am building my friendships even more so by doing new things with them, like having a book club. Or
book club. Yes.
or
Her and Judy are in a book club together.
we read the same stories and then we
They discuss it.
the chapters and the plot lines. of things.
Yes. They
So-
do it weekly. They do it weekly.
We do. So, question for you.
Yes.
What is a new activity that you learned with your friends where it was new for you and it was also new for them? Something that you guys
So when I was in high school, that's when I learned to dance in high school alongside my friends. We weren't dancing with each other. It was just like we just learned how to like hip hop dance, things of that nature, break dance. So yeah, I used to dance in high school. I guess I could still do a little something here and there, but that was like something that I did strictly alongside my friends. A lot of skills I'll learn on my own, and then I will show my friends and then teach that to them. But most of it was just like, that's like one skill that I know, like, yeah, like I learned how to do that like alongside my friends. Like we would go to each other's houses, put on like a video, and then just like start practicing the moves on the video.
Okay. So
Yeah.
you prior to doing that with your friends, you had never done it before.
Yeah, I had not, like, I didn't start dancing until I was in high school. And it was really because me and my friends were watching shows where like dancing was the main feature of it. And then we were just really into that.
Nice.
Shout out my friends from high school.
You guys are great. I also know who you are. Great job. Great job.
Me and Hazel went to high school together.
We
That's how we know each other. But she was not the person I learned how to dance with. She was doing her own thing in high school.
My high school experiences were very different from a lot of my other friends from our local. Okay, that's actually really cool. I didn't know that. You learn something new every day.
Yeah.
I think one of the first things that I learned how to do that I didn't do on my own, but I did it with friends, was play basketball.
Oh yeah, there it is. That's true.
I really didn't know how to play at all. Like I knew what the sport was, I knew the general idea, but I never understood like the rule aspects or like what was needed and what certain key terms or like terminology, right? No,
just key terms is a good word. Like that would be like the key term.
Okay, tell them exactly how like out of the loop I was with basketball. I literally printed out a I think it was like a little floor plan of like a court.
Yeah.
And then I asked him to label where things are.
Yeah, it was funny because like it's like one of those things where you think like there's no way you don't know. Like everybody knows basketball. Like if you watch basketball like on TV, you probably have family who plays basketball. You have probably even other close friends who play basketball. You probably have supported like nephews, nieces, siblings. At some point, you would just pick up on terms. It never stuck. Yeah, it was crazy. I was like, this is a free throw line. Okay, The key is this part that is below the free throw line. Sometimes called the paint.
Yes,
Sometimes we'll call it the paint.
there were so many.
Right? Inside the arc, outside the arc, right? What is the arc? Okay, the arc is the 3-point line. You know, like things like that. It's like what's half court? It's half. It's like where the half line is
I
of the
literally,
court.
I think the only things that I knew were what the point averages were. So like like a single point or a single shot is like 2, free
Uh-huh.
throws are 1, and then
Uh-huh.
3-pointers are 3, obviously.
Yes.
But that was the only thing that I knew. And the fact that you had to get from this side of the court to this side of the court to make the point. And I didn't, I that was all I knew. And I didn't
And
know.
shout out to the hoopers out there who just figured it out. Like they go to the park and then they just hear people talking, and you're like, okay, that must be okay. They're talking about that.
It never stuck with me because even my sister played basketball when she was in 6th grade. My niece and nephew play basketball in a community right now. So shout out to you guys.
Shout out to y'all.
One of my best friends, she's also in like a community league right now. And
Nice.
she's coaching my niece and nephew's team.
Nice.
So shout out to you. But yeah, that was like the first time that I absolutely learned something from complete scratch.
And it was just like last year. This was just last year. This was not like something we talked about like 10 years ago. This is something that happened last year.
No, it was very.
And the year of 2024, she learned like what these things were, like playing basketball. And you know what? Good job for you, yeah. Good job. Good way to really throw yourself in there. It's hard to do that.
It was very stressful.
You know what? I'll give a round of applause for that.
It was very stressful, and I think for everyone that's tuning in and listening and knows how to play the sport, is very aware and understands like all of the concepts of it and what to do. I literally knew nothing. I understood that there were teams. I didn't know how many people would be on the team. I didn't know how many people are allowed on the court. I literally learned from ground zero. So I was not aware of how to play basketball at all. So
and now look at you, signed up again for this year. We're playing this year again.
We are playing this year again, and now I am quite stressed a little bit, just because now I have to use what I remember a year later.
And that's how we practice. We gotta practice, and then we'll use terms at practice, and then we'll really ingrain it.
Yes, I think the one thing that I was really proud of when I was playing the game and when I was learning it was understanding and knowing what a layup is.
Oh yeah, it's always fun to teach people how to do layups because because in your mind you think it's like, oh, if you run, you throw the ball at the backboard, and then it, hopefully goes in the hoop. But it's like putting it into like a fluid motion is like the hard thing. But it technically speaking, you're only doing two, three things in succession. You just gotta do it fluidly.
That was the most, and I'm great at multitasking, but that was the most intense multitasking I've ever done. Stepping, dribbling, and then remembering where my feet are, and then which foot to lift.
Yeah.
When you shoot the layup, right? That's right. And it was quite stressful for me. And now this year I'm gonna try to do that again. And I think
good job.
I think what helped a lot personally, and this is shouting out to all of my friends that have been trying to teach me for the longest time.
Shout out to you guys.
Is that I have to count my steps.
Yeah, because okay, so there's like a lot I guess there is a lot that goes into it, like mentally.
Literally, you
gotta know when to pick up the ball.
Right.
You gotta know how many, if you have a step or two after.
Yes.
Right. There's and then the thing is also when you first are learning, obviously no one's defending you. Right. So then learning how to do it while someone's defending you is its own skill.
Yes.
But
I don't do
again
well
with
under
practice,
pressure.
That'll you just figure it out.
Literally.
And there's different ways. Some people are really unorthodox. If you watch certain NBA players, NBA's National Basketball Association, we're not affiliated.
Right.
So
not sponsored.
They'll scoop under the basket. They'll scoop it up, they'll throw it off, on their offhand. They'll They do a lot of things. They'll
He's
jump off
saying
the
words
off
that
the-
I don't know what are happening right
and
now.
we'll talk about it later.
I need to relearn everything again. Literally, after we did our basketball unity games, didn't pick up a basketball after that. Just let it. I just let it go.
It's just flat.
And
It's
maybe-
flat in our office.
And maybe that is why I do not let it stick, because I don't practice it.
It's okay. It's coming up again. We'll practice again.
Goodness. But I think that was like the hardest thing to learn from scratch with like my friends, especially I think because there was another one of my friends that was also learning basketball with me, not during the unity games, but during the time when I needed to practice and I was at home. And it was very embarrassing because I felt a lot doing a layup.
It was funny because like she would send videos. She was like, "How's my forearm?" I'm like, "It doesn't look good." Like
It was really bad.
we really got to work on it at the next practice.
It was
but I
really bad.
appreciate the extra work you're putting in.
Like I think when I was practicing doing my shots, I would pop my foot for some reason, but you're supposed to keep your legs parallel, right?
Actually I see that a lot. I think it's just because like naturally you're like, I think to maintain balance, and maybe because you're a dancer too, like it is like more natural for you to like, pop your foot out to like, especially if you're leaning a little forward.
I do that a lot.
So like, I think, it's just like different type of muscle memories. I don't know.
That's a very nice way of putting it. Thanks. Because
it looks funny though.
Because I look at it and I'm like, what are we doing?
Did you want to demonstrate it while
No.
Tell us about what's going on here
Embarrassing.
with your
So I'm
your
just,
crochet or
I'm just
knitting.
extending this crochet rows. I believe that this is called a row. For everyone that crochets, this is also something that I am relearning on my own because I want to feel closer to my grandma.
Is that a key term, bro?
Row, I think so. A
Mm.
row and like loop. So when you like loop and then you take the thread through that little knot.
Can you do it a little closer?
Okay.
Let the viewers at home
Okay.
see.
I don't do this. So you have your hook is here in the back and you go underneath and you pull through it and then
Okay.
you pull it through the actual
Loop. Or I don't know
opening
what
right
it's called.
there.
Opening. Okay.
But yes, that's basically what that is. But what I'm making right now is a strap for my digital camera. Like
Wow.
so like a round to like hold, and I like larger straps so it's more comfortable. But crocheting is something new that I'm also learning, trying to be closer to my grandma. But I think the one thing that I learned from my family or my cousins from when they used to live here before they moved out to Texas, shout out to you,
Shout out to family in Texas.
was how to knit. So let me see if I can get my knitting needles out. We're just doing all the things that my grandmother used to do. Like,
That's a grandmother thing at the Kadila conference.
so and this is something else that I brought. I almost forgot. So she would make little bags for my little dollies.
You
It's
can
so
use that
cute.
as a real like purse or bag.
But I don't want it to get dirty because it's
No,
yarn.
that's true.
It's like very soft. So it's really good to use
Wow.
if you have a child. So maybe Theo can borrow it.
You can learn how to carry your purse.
Yes. So these are knitting needles. They're different just because I don't like it when
Whoa.
just kidding. I don't like holding the metal one, but the metal ones hold better for the strands of thread that go through or the yarn. And then the plastic one is the one that I use to move through it.
So you have two different types of knitting needles.
Yes, but
Okay.
they're the same size. So these ones are both 8. Yeah.
Oh, so they have sizing.
Yeah.
Okay. See?
So the numbers on the top show you how big or how small
If you guys can see it there, there's something there.
it's like a number. Yeah, a little bit. But it just shows how big the spools will go around it. And then depending on how big the needle is how big the project. So obviously, if you're making like a blanket, you would need something slightly bigger than this. But if you're making something small, like a bag or even a hat, I used to make scarves for my friends. These are the sizes that I use because they would be infinity scarves. So
those are the ones where it's just like a big circle, right?
Yeah,
And
that
then
they
you
just
like,
wrap around and you just close
those are
it.
cool.
Yeah.
What's it called? I have my friend, shout out to Therese out there. For the infinity scarf, I still wear it in the winter just because it's very comfortable.
Yay!
She made it, I think, in like 2015.
Love that.
I've been using it for 10 years.
I love that. So speaking of shout outs, we're gonna take it to the
comment section.
The comment section in YouTube to read our shout outs. Go ahead, Ron.
Okay, from Elenita Kanowski, hashtag NCL Sacramento. Greetings from the local of Sacramento. Hello, everyone, and enjoy viewing INCRadio. Hi, Auntie Ellen. We got Auntie Febby Panetta, NCL Sacramento, or Fairfield, sorry. Good morning and happy Saturday to everyone. Eileen Dagdag, greetings from American Canyon, NCL American Canyon. Eileen again, happy Saturday to everyone. Auntie Febby again, hi, Ron and Hazel. We have John Panetta, hashtag NCL Fairfield, happy viewing. Jai? Dela Cruz, happy birthday, Paul Capi. His birthday was today, not to this week. Happy birthday, Paul Capi, our district minister. Got a lot of birthday greetings.
Yes.
We have Rosario Carmeses. Good morning, brethren. Happy viewing from the Tracy local. Hello, thank you, Paul. We have Willie Santos. Hello, Paul. Tirso Ferreras, hashtag NCL. Hello to all brethren. Happy watching to all. Kyle and Santiago. Happy watching to all. Greetings to everyone from the local of Fairfield, NCL district. Hello, everyone. Oh, that's Capi, right?
Yes.
I Capi. Happy belated birthday again.
Happy belated birthday, Paul.
We have Kakith Lawrence Guangab. I don't know why. I've said it a million times. Good morning, everyone. Viewing from Stockton. We have Kyle Joel, Blue Guy Senior. Enjoy watching. We enjoy you watching as well. Thank you. We have Kapit again. Always be happy but careful in everything you do. And also good morning to Alcadiwa of Northeast California here at CabCon. So shout out to you. And then let's see, we have Joel again, greetings from Sacramento. Tirso Ferreras, hashtag NTL local, hello local of Tracy. We have Priscilla Batan, hello everyone, happy viewing from Rizal. Happy weekend. Have a great day, stay safe and healthy. God bless to all brethren around the world. Thank you so much, Paul. We love international viewers.
We do. From Sandy Carmesis, happy viewing from the local of Tracy. From Grace Ferreras, hashtag NCL_Tracy. From Lenny Peringit, hashtag NCL_Vallejo and Tracy viewers. From Auntie Elenita Kanowski, hello, po, Joey, and from Grace Ferreras, good morning, po, to everyone here watching on INCRadio Sacramento. Thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in and your comments. Make sure that you subscribe below so you can always know when we are launching our shows and when we are having these activities. And also share the link. Like everything, let us know in the comments what things you like to do with your friends, what new things you like to learn, and how you do that together. Because we are talking about screen-free activities here during the month of May, going into the month of June, where we will be talking more so about our wonderful friendships that we have. And before we close out the show, we are going to give our shout outs. So I'll go first. Shout out to all of the INCRadio team. Shout out to my parents. Hi. Thank you for loving me so well. And shout out to my family that taught me how to do all of these fun things. And for relearning it again, shout out to my grandma and my cousin in Texas. I love you, Ate Vicky. Shout out to our tech, always coming in clutch. Our wonderful co-host that's always coming in clutch all the time. Doing the best that they can and dealing with all of my crazies. And thank you and shout out to all of the DCAT. Thank you and shout out to all of the DCAT that are here today at the CADCon Kadua conference in the District of Northeast California. You guys are doing phenomenal.
Okay, shout outs for me. Shout out Judy and Theo.
Baby.
Yeah, wife and baby. Don't stay up too late. No, just kidding. It's the middle of the day. Take a nap when you're supposed to. Also, shout out to my family in the East Coast. They'll be visiting us soon. So
Hi, Kuya.
shout out Kuya, at the Sheen, and then their kids, Nora and Arwen. Can't wait to see you guys. Theo's also very excited to see her cousins again. We like FaceTime every day. And shout out to my parents. Shout out to my sister, who's out and about traveling somewhere.
Yeah,
I don't know
okay.
where she is. At the Rose, love you. And then yeah, shout out Jordan, shout out to you again as always. Shout out to the Kadila for putting out these activities. It seems like everyone's having fun. There's been a lot of laughter, a lot of chatting. So shout out to them. Yeah. And I guess before we end our broadcast, as always, we just want to give our special thank yous. First and foremost, our executive minister, Brother Eduardo V. Manalo, our CEBSI president and CFO coordinator, Brother Angelo Arano V. Manalo, our district staff from Northeast California, who's always supporting us, always watching the show. We appreciate that so much. And last but not least, our INCRadio crew, who's always
The team
here,
right here.
helping
The
us
team.
out. Even if it's last minute, we just come through.
Amazing.
Thank
you.
It's just a good one. It's just a good one. Jordan, did you have a shout out you wanted to give? No.
Okay.
No. All right then. There you
Shout
go.
out
Shout out everybody.
We show up.
Show up.
We also have some other radio folks out there, doing their thing in the Kadila activity, right? Support your activities.
Your activities.
And then also, last but not least, we also want to thank all of you who continue to watch us every week, or who listen to us every week. And as we say here, tune in next Saturday, same time, same place. Get ready, get set, get on INC Radio Sacramento. Woo!